Yes, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you lads and lasses. We're just here to discuss the sort of latest breaking news and in regards to Manchester United, just the latest goings-on, little transfer update. Obviously, we haven't done one of these for a little while because we've been deep into the Euros, watch-alongs and stuff on this channel, and there hasn't really been too much going on other than rumour mill stuff, but there is a little bit more tonight to get into, to discuss in regards to Man United's potential transfer strategy this summer, so we're going to cover it in this video. Hope you're all well. Thanks for joining us live, everyone in the chat. Kate Cadet, Musa, Make the Most of It, Mr. Leo G, 1 Mil Bill, Furkan Aaron, Daniel Fairclough, Gaz Elliott, and everybody else who's in the live chat as well. Big up yourselves. Do us a favour at the start of this show, smash the like button on it, give us a big old thumbs up if you haven't done so, drop a like. Also, you can give it a share around if you want. The tweet to the link to the tweet, I should say, is at the top of the live chat there. Give us a repost, give us a share where you can. Every little helps. And get yourself subscribed as well if you're new to the channel. Catching up on this later on, you can comment down below, but get yourself subbed up and get involved with the community. Nice one. Right, okay, so, let's get into the latest news, guys. So, obviously, Manchester United, as of right now, we haven't signed anyone, we haven't really done much business, we haven't really sold anyone or got rid of any of the melts. Obviously, we've seen, obviously, Varan and Martial, they're gone, but in regards to the other players at this football club, the likes of Slabo Maguire, Harry Maguire, he's still here, isn't he, lingering away? But the plan is, I think it seems anyway, for Manchester United to try and replace the likes of Harry Maguire this summer. Maybe we will look to try and move him on, obviously, and get a suitable replacement in, i.e. somebody who's better to play at centre-back for Manchester United this coming season. And obviously Raphael Varane's gone as well, which means that we need to sign a couple of centre-backs this summer. So it does look like we are sort of setting our stall out at the moment to try and potentially replace the likes of Varane and potentially Maguire. It's going to be a lot harder to get rid of Harry Maguire, though, because he's on a couple of $100K a week. And if I was him, I wouldn't go anywhere unless there was a club willing to pay me that sort of a money, or if Man United make up the difference, etc. So I think the most likely outcome with Harry Maguire, where he's concerned, is that he just stays here for another year while his contract dwindles down, and then he goes and signs for somebody else in a year's time on a free transfer and just gets a big, juicy little cheeky payday, and then his options are obviously completely open. But in the meantime, that doesn't mean, even if we can't sell Harry Maguire, that doesn't mean that we should not go and sign a couple of centre-backs. Look, Maguire just needs to be a backup this season if he's staying, If he does end up staying and we can't sell him for whatever reason because he doesn't want to go, then Man United still need to go and sign a couple of new centre-backs to replace Varane and Maguire and to be, real contenders in the starting lineup. We've got Martinez, who's great. Will he stay fit? That's a big question. We need somebody to go along with him now to replace Raphael Varane, essentially, and obviously, hopefully, replace Slabo Maguire long-term as well. So let's get into the latest on this situation with the centre-backs, guys. So it does look like Matthijs de Ligt is now a strong contender for Manchester United to sign as a centre-back this summer. We've discussed it previously in a transfer news update video that he is a good candidate for Man United to sign, due to the fact that he's obviously got a lot of experience. He's still relatively young. He's won a bunch of things. He is a winner. He's obviously got that Dutch connection as well. Oh, Dutch friends. And that whole Ajax total football philosophy coming from, the setup over there at Ajax, which means that surely with Erik Ten Hag as our manager, that could only really benefit us in terms of stylistically, but also just in terms of, like the foundations of the team, how we're actually going to be playing out from the back, etc. If we had somebody like Matthijs de Ligt in the centre-back lineup, he would bring a certain level of calmness. Obviously, he's great at clearing the ball away, but he's not the quickest player, but he's a unit, and he's obviously great in terms of reading the game and in terms of distribution out from the back as well. The passing out from the back, the building from the back. This is something that we understand Erik Ten Hag's Manchester United side are looking to try and do. We didn't do that very well the last season just gone. We need to sign more players in there that can actually hold the ball well, play out from the back. Supposedly we got Andre Onana, who's supposed to be a piece of that puzzle, but we need some other players who are a little bit better in terms of distributing out from the back and just coolness at the back. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with the likes of Martinez or Maguire in that sense, but the more players you have who can play out from the back, the better in terms of trying to be a more dominant, controlling football team. Let's talk about the latest update then. So let's take a little look and see, guys, if we can have a little look at the David Ornstein update. Actually, sorry, wrong one. Let's have a look at the David Ornstein update from about an hour ago today, which, he's just basically reiterated what we discussed previously, but this is from Ornstein. He says that Manchester United are seriously considering a move to sign Matthijs de Ligt from Bayern Munich. No club talks yet or certainty, but that the move happens. But FC Bayern centre-back increasingly viable option for Manchester United, and that's independent of going for Jared Branthwaite as well. Get in there, my son. I would be absolutely buzzing if we could sign Matthijs de Ligt, to be fair. I do think he is a class act, a class player, and certainly an upgrade on what we've got at the moment, Slabo Maguire. So, yeah, in my opinion, it would be lovely to see Matthijs de Ligt sign. Smash a 1 in the chat, guys, if you would like to see Matthijs sign for Man United this summer. Smash a 2 if you think, no, he's slow and we should be looking at somebody else. Get your thoughts and opinions in there. Have your say. We've got a super chat here from Zay Miyasi, by the way. Big up yourself there, Zayno. He says, Holy Land starts. Who will get you goals? Work it won't. This man talks like Yoda, doesn't he? Holy Land starts. Who will get you goals? Well, I think Højlund is his actual name. He will get the goals for us next season, saying thanks for trying to derail the defender talk here, though. But no, we have to keep faith in Rasmus. He scored 16 goals in all comps this season just gone. He's had a decent time of it, considering the team around him was absolutely shite. And he's a young lad coming over to the Premier League. Like, all things considered, he's shown glimpses and moments of real quality. Real quality. I mean, just think about the future at Manchester United for some of the youngsters we've got. Højlund, Mainu, Garnacho, that iconic photo of them all sat on the advertising hoarding, celebrating together just this season just gone. I mean, I think that will be a real iconic picture in years to come, because I've got a feeling those guys are going to carry the mantle for Man United for many seasons to come. So screw you, Zane, for a start in regards to dissing Rasmus, but I think he will get the goals. We just need to try and bring in another player as well. Okay, so, there's a few ones coming in here, to be fair. Lots of people interested in bringing Matthijs de Ligt in. I certainly would like to see him as well. Jazzy says, no, we don't need him. So does Duncan. Connor and Mustplay, they fancy a bit of de Ligt action. The Cake Cadet, thank you for the £2 super chat, says, put your money down, Zane. Pig needs a 4K camera, lad. What do you mean? What's going on? I think it's your internet, to be honest with you, mate. It looks absolutely spot on my end. What are you talking about there, Cake Cadet? I think it's your guffed up Poundland fucking local library siphoned internet that you're currently using, Cake Cadet, personally, sir. This looks absolutely fine, my end, lad. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of fuzziness going on here, but that's just because I haven't got the lights super bright, mate. You know what I mean? But screw you, to be honest with you, Cake Cadet, lad. Nothing wrong with it, lad. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But okay, fair enough. Maybe we will try and look at improving that. We do need to step up a little bit there. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, okay, so de Ligt, guys, yeah, okay, what would he bring to the table? Well, he'd obviously bring a certain level of experience there, even though he's only 24. The experience that he has is obviously quite large in terms of winning things over in Holland, but also in Germany for Bayern Munich as well. Definitely a good talent in regards to his experience and what he's won so far at such a young age. I mean, it's quite hard to really buy that level of experience at that age. He's come through a system at Ajax which has sort of moulded him into a good player, had that really great season along with the likes of, De Jong and Van der Beek and players like that, and they obviously went on to develop, or some of them have, into really top players such as Matthijs de Ligt. And if he was to go into United's back line, you would think that there would be just some sort of an understanding immediately with Erik Ten Hag anyway, because of, you know, what's gone before. Zamiashi says, I send more cake as his camera's crap, need better. Oh, fucking hell. Do you really reckon this camera's crap then, guys, do you? Smash a 1 in the chat if you think this camera's crap. Fair enough. Well, okay. Well, it is just a Logitech stream cam. I'll try and work on it, you know. But we're gonna, you know, it's not on the top of my list right now. I'll be honest with you. But Zamiasi, if you want to pay for a camera, then please do. You know what I mean? But anyway. Thank you for that. Simon says, no, it's not. Herb says, yes, it is. Seems okay. It's fine. Yeah, there you go. Seems fine to me. It's fine, pig. Exactly, guys. What are you talking about here? You're just trying to confuse me, aren't you? Anyway, so so we're coming through loud and clear here on a current potato, it turns out. Sorry about that, folks, but you know, please do adjust your television sets, and hopefully you might be able to get a slightly better picture. The amount of money that could be spent on De Ligt, though, is a little bit concerning. It depends how much we've really got to spend this summer on players. But if you consider that, you know, there's the option of signing Jared Branthwaite for around about 60 or 70 million, you know, that is concerning because, well, he's probably not worth anywhere near that. You're paying a premium for the Premier League premium. You're paying obviously the premium for it being an English homegrown player as well. Whereas De Ligt is coming with extra years of experience, extra quality, more proven track record as well, and he's a similar price. I mean, for me, it's kind of a no-brainer. In reality, we want to get both of those guys in there, but, you know, for the amounts of money that we're discussing here, it does seem too much. So, like, here's a report that says, Ten Hag wants to bring in Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United. Bayern Munich want up to £60 million for him. United only want to pay 30. I mean, that's absolute classic, isn't it? Of course, we only want to pay 30. We're not going to be trying to just, you know, highball these offers, go in there and, you know, take the first amount that they ask for. There's going to be a negotiation period here. Man United should be looking to try and sign this guy for, you know, 40 or 50 million. It's understood that he's one away. Zamiashi says, need a pig meltdown in 4K or 8K. Well, put your money where your mouth is then, Zamiashi, and stop talking shite in my chat, bro. Nice one. So, you know, it's expected that we could be spending, 100 million excess there and just on 2 centre-backs. We do need to do that, though. We absolutely do need to try and do that, to try and generate, you know, money from player sales, potentially like Sancho and Greenwood could almost cover most of that, and then reinvest that into the team. That's exactly what we should do. We should try and sign both Branthwaite and Matthijs de Ligt in an ideal world, and then that would give you plenty of options. It would give you, of course, Martinez, de Ligt and Branthwaite with maybe, I don't know, see what happens with Lindelof and Maguire in these melts. Maybe one or both of them will be sacked off. But even if they're not and they stay, it just gives us great depth in those areas, which is what we need. We need to start actually trying to assemble a quality team of players together. Why are we sticking around with Slabo, Maguire and Victor Lindelof and these guys? They need to be sold off this summer, if we're being honest, and try and just replace them with better. So I'm not really bothered about the money. The money's not really a concern for me. We just want to see investment into the team. We want to see players brought in that can make a difference. Matthijs de Ligt fits into that category for me, as well as perhaps Jared Branthwaite as well, 21-year-old homegrown player. And the key thing that we could discuss here as well about De Ligt and Branthwaite is that it shouldn't make too much of a difference. You know, it's not. I don't think it's a case of one or the other. I think it depends a lot on how much we've got to spend in terms of budget as a club this summer, just from our owners and obviously Ineos and our hierarchy deciding these things, but also to try and generate cash selling players also. Is if we can sell players successfully, if we can sell Maguire, if we can sell Greenwood, Sancho, then there's no reason we can't have a reasonable size summer in terms of transfer spend. Zamiasi says, can we do a 3D stream, aka like Avatar 3D? Yeah, sure, Zane. Let's go for it, lad. Yeah, send me a 3D camera and we'll get one set up for you, lad. No problem at all. Nice one. Thank you very much for that. Exactly. Gas Elliott says, chill, Zane. He's gone gaga, hasn't he? Yeah, sure, Zane. Why not, eh? Why not, mate? Anyway, so let's discuss let's discuss it for a few moments in the live chat, guys. I'm going to get into the chat for a moment here. Have your say on the whole De Ligt update from David Ornstein. It's not anything groundbreaking here. It just says that we're considering a move for him. We knew that anyway, to be honest. But it has been now reported in various different places that we are keen on Matthijs de Ligt, and there's that Ten Hag connection. It all makes sense. 24-year-old winner who's got a decent track record. I mean, if we have a look at his resume very quickly, you know, he has won a bunch of things. He's won the Dutch Footballer of the Year. He's won the German Championship, Italian Championship, Italian Cup winner. You know, he's won a bunch of things. He comes with a certain level of experience and a certain level of winning, which we could do more of in this Manchester United team. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. I think it'd be a great addition. But let's get into the live chat for a couple of minutes and see what you guys think in terms of your initial reaction to the news that we could potentially be going for Matthijs de Ligt this summer. Have your say. Yeah, Must Play says de Ligt is decent to get for that price. Well, okay, so it's understood he wants to go. He has got a contract for, I think it's until 2027, the summer of 2027, which means that he's got a few years left and you're not going to get him for chump change because, you know, Bayern hold a lot of the cards there in regards to his contract. So they're not going to just let him go for nothing. But it's if the amount of money that they're starting at is 60 million and the amount of money we're starting at 30 million, you would hope to think that maybe we could get him for somewhere closer to 45, 50 million, you know, which in my opinion represents good value for money for somebody who has the sort of CV that he's got at his age, and that he's probably only getting better as well. So I think, yeah, you could do a lot worse than trying to sign De Ligt for 50 mil. Zane with another super chat says, Pig in 3D like the Lawnmower Man. Sure, let's go for it, lad. Let's go for it. I'm up for it, Zane Miasiad. Put up or shut up. That's what I say, though, lad. Do you know what I mean? Put up or shut up, Zano. Why not sabotage a foreign team and send Slabby to one of them? Hey, maybe, just maybe, you've just said it. You've just said it. Maybe, just maybe you could think of an outcome where potentially we try and use one of our gash centre-backs as a make-weight for the potential signing of, De Ligt maybe going in the opposite direction. You know, we always talk about these potential exchanges, and it is very unlikely that you can get that done because who in their right mind would actually want Slabbo Maguire? But, you know, it's a different sort of league over there. I mean, they've got players like Eric Dyer looking decent over there. Do you know what I mean? So Slabby Maguire probably would be a decent addition for a big club like that, in all fairness. Look, in all fairness, Maguire can play. He can play out from the back. He can head the ball away. He's just a bit shite when it comes to positioning and pace and things like that. But actually, you know, maybe, just maybe you could get what you wish for there, and we could maybe use him as a make weight going in the opposite direction. I doubt it, because who would want Slabbo? But that's my dream anyway. You take De Ligt in a heartbeat. Good shout, the dirty bubble. Yep. Better deal than Jared Branthwaite. He hasn't even played in Europe before. Great call. In terms of experience, it's not even close, is it? Branthwaite's basically had just one breakout season in the Premier League. He did look good, but he's not exactly proven himself to the degree that De Ligt has. De Ligt has played for a few top European clubs, you know, Juve, Bayern, Ajax. He's won things along the way. So in terms of experience and in terms of value for money, I think he does represent better value, and you get way more experience. You're actually buying like a winner who's, like you say, got lots of Champions League experience and is just a lot more proven as well. Why do they want to get rid of him? Well, that's a very good question, really, Sue. I don't think they want to get rid of him. I think it's more a case of, from what I understand in the media anyway, is that he wants to move on. He's not had the most favourable of seasons there. This last season just gone. Bayern Munich have generally sort of shat it the last season. You know, they've gone and got Vincent Kompany now as their new manager. He's just, you know, very inexperienced, and maybe the opportunity is there just for this particular moment in time for him to have a new challenge. But, you know, maybe they're looking to cash in. We don't really know yet, because obviously they have got a new coach. There has to be a certain assessment that takes place there. Maybe company just decides, oh, you know, this guy is absolutely my guy. Maybe they have a conversation, maybe things change. But the understanding is that he would be open to a new challenge anyway, and that obviously Manchester United, if we came a knocking, would be of interest to him. So we have to see if it's even really that feasible. You know, we don't know 100% if they would be interested. But if the price is right, every player is available, aren't they? Every player is available for the right amount of money. And if he wants to go, if he's open to go in, and Man United were prepared to pay 50 million for the guy, it's quite possible that they may accept the offer for him, you know. we are going to regret letting Varan go. Interesting scandal. I'm not so sure, lad. I don't really share that opinion because even though he's a great player and he has been very solid for us, how often has he actually really been fit and available? That's the problem, mate. He's just an injury-prone player. You can't rely on him. You can't build a solid backline on Raphael Varan. You just can't, mate. He's got jelly legs. And unfortunately, he's just not fit and available often enough, mate. We can't have a solid centre-back duo pairing, which is, consistently in there week to week to week. When you think about the best Man United centre-backs we've had, the pairings, yeah, we've had some players that come in and out the side, but there's always been an established sort of centre-back pairing in our best years, Vidic and Rio, or, Brucey and Pallister, that sort of vibe. There's always a consistency going on. Yes, you want to have players to come in and out the side to rotate and replace for injuries, but you don't want to constantly be having a chop and change all the time because one of your players has got legs made out of fucking pasta sticks and they keep breaking all the time and you have to constantly chop and change. It's a nightmare. So I don't really think that is the answer, to be honest, Varan. I'm glad. I think he's had a good few years at the club. He's been a good servant for the club, but I think the time for him to go was right, to be fair. De Ligt is not wanted at Bayern. Why? Yeah, well, I mean, I couldn't really tell you. I think he's a class act, to be fair. If you look at what he's done previously, if you look at what he's done in terms of Germany, winning things over there, winning the German league, not this league last season just gone, but before, Italy, Holland, etc. He's only 24. I mean, it's bizarre why they wouldn't want him, to be fair. I don't think it's a case of them not wanting him. I just think it's a case of perhaps the time being right for him to move on for a new challenge. Maybe he wasn't, didn't have the best of seasons there. The last season just gone. There was obviously extenuating circumstances for that. Tuchel absolutely pooing the bed throughout the season and then not winning anything. And let's face it, the ceiling for German football it's a bit boring, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's just a little bit boring, guys. The Premier League is much more of a challenge. It's much more exciting of a league. And also the best teams in Europe are playing in that competition in terms of the Premier League. Yeah, okay, you do have your really good teams in Germany. There's a couple of really good teams. But mostly the best teams, the most depth in terms of a domestic league is in the Premier League. By the way, guys, if you're just getting in here, do us a favour and smash that like button. We haven't got to 100 likes yet. We need to get 100 likes on this stream. Give us a boost up there on the cheeky algorithm there by dropping the like spike on it. Give us a massive thumbs up on this video. Help us get to 100 likes. It's free to smash the like button. Do drop a little thumbs up on it if you haven't done, and help us out. Nice one. Also, subscribe to the channel. Get yourself involved if you want to have your say, of course. Hey, what's up there, Keanu Steve? Not much, lad. Just United, supposedly interested in bringing in De Ligt, lad. The Cake Cadet, thank you for the £5 super chat, mate. Come on, let's go, the Cake Cadet. Thank you very much for that. He says, wish.com web camera, ceiling tiles crumbling, no lighting. Have the Glazers put your channel big? Yeah, it's a miracle that it hasn't been raining lately, mate. Otherwise, I would just be sat here in a waterfall, wouldn't I? Same sort of vibe. Yeah, nice one. Go fuck yourself there, Cake Cadet, to be honest with you, bud. No, good one. I mean, look, the ceiling is falling down, mate, to be fair. I'm waiting for it to stop being so hot, and then I'm going to stick the tiles back up, mate, because that's what's happened there. Right, okay, nice one. Thanks for that, mate. Glazer sponsorship, that's what happens, you know what I mean? Anywho, right, okay, guys, so yeah, 60 million price tag reportedly from Bayern. We don't want to pay anywhere near that. We'll see if we can make some sort of arrangement, some sort of agreement in between. Let's give you the updates on some of the other players as well, then, that we're currently looking at. We are obviously, having a lot of different links at this moment. So let's see some of the other news reports that are been doing the rounds. So Zirkzee obviously is another big player that Man United are looking at for the forward position this season to help out with the likes of Rasmus and to just give us more options up there. Looks like a very skillful, quality player and could be available for a reasonable amount of money as well. Not a huge amount of money in the grand scheme of things. Fabrizio Romano about half an hour ago tweeted out this and said that Manchester United have been informed about a €40 million minimum fee release clause of Joshua Zirkzee valid until mid-August. United discussing internally after talks with agents over salary and costs of the deal. AC Milan is still there with contract agreed. Commissions are the stumbling block. So obviously they've got to try and reach an agreement with the agents and obviously try and reach an agreement with the club as well. And it does look like around about 40 million euros is the amount of money that it would take to prize Joshua Zirkzee away. I think it's would be a fantastic signing. It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things for this player either. He's young, only 23. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 23. Not a great deal of money when you're talking about players who are, ready to step up to the next level and have shown great abilities at 23 years of age. Obviously, coming into the Premier League, different sort of an animal, but a very good season over there in Italia. And I think that would make a pretty good addition to our forward line. Now, obviously, we've still got Rasmus Højlund, but we need some extra help up there. We've got issues generally across the front three in general, really. We haven't got a very much a solidified sort of front three. Is it Rashford? Is it Garnacho? Amad Diallo? Anthony Dos Gastos? There's a lot of potential opportunities for a new player coming in to either play at striker or even maybe play in a wider area as well. So Joshua Zirkzee is definitely on the agenda as well for Manchester United this summer. We know that we've had discussions with him and his camp in regards to personal terms and, just interest and obviously gauging that interest. And he is obviously very interested in joining Manchester United. There's other clubs that are sniffing around as well, like AC Milan, still there with contract agreed. So it's not just United that have the pick of him, unfortunately. But Zirkzee is another one, guys, that could be being worked on very soon. Hopefully that could be the case, that we could see him probably signed as one of our first signings this summer. There's going to be a little bit of time taken for the other deals, of course, because of players playing in Euro 2024 and that kind of stuff. I don't really expect that we could be seeing De Ligt signed anytime soon, really. Probably weeks away as opposed to days away. But Zirkzee's a positive, guys. You never know. I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to get any deals done quickly this particular summer transfer window. It's just the nature of Man United these days. We're shite. We're slow. We're shite. We're basically like the Slabby Maguire of the transfer market in general, really. It's quite disappointing. So there you go. That could be quite interesting, guys. In terms of other bits of news that we've got for you today, Mason Greenwood to Marseille is a possibility. Reported yesterday from Ornstein as well, says that Marseille are exploring a deal to sign Mason Greenwood from Man United. Club-to-club talks at an early stage. Finances not yet discussed. Positive dialogue between Olympique Marseille and the 22-year-old Man United forward. Thought to favour them over other options at present. So that's positive news as well. Look, there's loads of teams reportedly interested in Greenwood in Italy and wherever. This is another one that's interested in him. Let's just hope there's a case of, well, many clubs are interested in him. They see the value in signing him. He's a quality young player who will only get better, and he's not a huge amount of money. Let's hope that all these different few teams that are interested in him push the price up a little bit, because we want to try and get as much money as we can for this academy product, who's a very naughty boy. And obviously the PR damage that there is present at United is just, you can't get away from it. So his history and the future at Manchester United for him is basically just... We can't really stick with him as much as he is a class player. So we are going to be looking at selling him. Trying to get the money for him is another question. I mean, how much money minimum, live chat, do you think that we should be looking to ask for Mason Greenwood right now? Minimum. Based on everything that we have, known about Mason Greenwood, his talent, the issues, the PR nightmare, all that stuff. I think, if we could get 35, 40 million quid, I'd be very happy with that, to be fair. It's another quality player. It's like a Zirkzee, for instance. If we could get Zirkzee or somebody like that, or most of De Ligt for Mason Greenwood, we'll take that on the chin. Previously, yeah, fair enough. Mark Coughlin says 70 million there. PJ says 45, 40, 30. Previously, he would have been a 70 million pound player, no doubt. But you can't get anywhere near that amount of money for him now, just with what's gone on. That's the problem. He's had 18 months out of the game as well in terms of his development, and there's that whole PR shitstorm surrounding him as well. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get that amount of money for Mason Greenwood. I think 40 million is about the best we could hope for. If we've got a few different teams who are interested in bringing him in, that could drive the price up a little bit, which would be lovely, guys, which would be absolutely lovely. So, Greenwood to Marseille is a possibility also, still, I guess, lot to happen there in regards to Mason Greenwood deal. But if United are going to go and sign multiple players this summer, if we are going to see players like Ugarte signed, Zirkzee signed, De Ligt and Branthwaite signed. That's big money. That's big investment. If we're going to see that, we need to get rid of players. We need to get rid of Greenwood. We need to get rid of Sancho. Maybe even players like Slabo Maguire if it's feasibly possible. So there's the latest Greenwood update for you as well. Here's another update in regards to another potential player going out as well, which is just a speculative report that says that Galatasaray have made a €15 million offer for Wan-Bissaka and are now waiting for Manchester United's response. Absolute pure filth that, to be honest. Absolute pure filth, if you ask me. Selling Wan-Bissaka for 15 million. You know my thoughts on it. We discussed it the other day. I'm not going to get into it. But if that's true and we are actually allowing Wan-Bissaka, a homegrown quality defender, to go for 15 million euros, then the club needs a real shake-up. I can't understand why anybody would think that would be a good idea to let him go for anywhere near that amount of money when we are going out there and paying huge money for players. I mean, we paid 50 million for this guy ourselves, didn't we? I believe it was 50 million we paid for him back in the day ourselves. You know, if we're letting him go for 50 million, what's that really saying about our football club? It's just pathetic. He's a quality player for a start, quality defender. Okay, leaves a bit to be desired going forward, but the defensive aspects of his play you can't deny. Quality player, homegrown. You know, what are we doing if we sell him for 50 million? Let's just hope that that's a bullshit story. I really hope that's an absolutely bullshit story, because if it isn't, then we're a disgrace of a football club, to be fair. Exactly, Andrikos. 15 million's an insult. F Galatasaray, absolutely, mate. Crazy, crazy deal if that's the case. They're low-balling us big time. I mean, if you look at the deals that Man United do in general, though, why wouldn't you low-ball Manchester United? We do sell players very poorly. I think we've got to be the worst club in England, actually, in terms of just getting value for money from player sales. And probably the worst club in terms of getting value for money from player buys as well, if we're being honest. We waste a lot of money, and we generally spend so much on players to sign them, and then we don't get hardly any money back when we sell them. It's kind of a disgrace, really. We need to keep Sing Games. Yes, lad, I agree with you. I would 100% keep Wan-Bissaka. It's not the position in the team we need to strengthen the most, is it? It's quite bizarre, that. Guys, keep or sell Wan-Bissaka. Do have your say in the live chat. Get your thoughts and opinions in. But for me, it would be a mistake to let him go for 30 million, let alone 15 million. Fair enough, if you can get 40 million, maybe you could go out there and sign a Dumfries or a Frimpong, or do something like that and improve upon the right back spot. Okay, fine. But we've also highlighted lots of issues that we've had this season just gone with injuries in those wide defensive areas. You know, we've Luke Shaw, you can't rely on him. He's an injury-prone melt. Malasia's still having serious injury issues. You're going to need Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, I think. You're going to need him not only just to play at right back sometimes and rotate, but also sometimes to pop over at left back. Both of them did a job for us there at times this season just gone. So, yeah, I don't really understand it. Why would we look to sell him? The only thing that really makes sense is that if he's just had an absolute, you know, heads gone moment, and he's just had enough of playing second fiddle to Dalot on the right, and he wants to play every single week to week, in which case fair play to the lad. You know, you can't hold him back, and if he really wants to leave and he's not happy, but he doesn't really strike me as that sort of person that would be edging to push a move away from Man United already after one season where he's only played 30 times instead of 50. He's still played a lot of times for Man United this season. So quite a strange situation there with Wan-Bissaka. And let's just hope that it doesn't materialise. I don't want to see him sold. I want to see him stay, especially if we're only going to get 15 million for him. It's an absolute insult, to be honest. So there you go, guys. I think it'd be crazy. A lot of people in the live chat would like to keep him also. Keep. You think it's bullshit? Man United have only 50 million to spend. We have funds. We want the 300 million we have. Well, yeah, I mean, I think they don't want to spend crazy money this summer on Ten Hag, but also they want to spend money that is generated from player sales. So they're waiting until they've sold, you know, like we say, Greenwood, Sancho, maybe some others in the team as well, to be able to reinvest. Keep, says Simon. Yeah, what about a new goalkeeper? Keep, idiotic to sell him. Yeah, sell. Onana, then Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, there's lots of players ahead of Wan-Bissaka that should be going first. Thank you there, the Cake Cadet, for being a 45-month member of this channel, by the way, lad. Get in there, you beast. Whatever happens with transfers this summer, I think we all have to accept this rebuild is going to take several windows. I've already decided to write the season off. Top 6 at best, Piggy. Yeah, fair enough, Kate. It's definitely a time. It's definitely going to take a lot of time, I think, for this to change. Like, it's not going to be an overnight thing. Like I was talking to my brother the other night, and he was like, oh, we could challenge next season if we sign the right players. I don't think we can, even if we do sign the right players. There's sort of like a philosophical thing that needs to change at Manchester United, a mentality thing that you gain over time. You gain momentum over time. If we did sign all the right players, obviously that would go a long way to improving us. If we were able to keep players injury-free this summer, that would also go a long way to improving us. But I think the best we can hope for, probably, Cake, is 4th place. And that is very optimistic of me, by the way. That's the best we can hope for. We can't do any better than that. We can't expect to break into the chasing pack for the title of, the Cities and Arsenals and Liverpools and that sort of stuff. We are realistically hoping the best we can do is get to about 4th and get Champions League qualification. That would be a successful season, really, this coming season. In reality, well, like you say, we'll probably finish 5th or 6th in reality. I'll ask the chat, though, guys, where do you think we finish this season at upcoming? I mean, it's hard to say right now because it does depend on who we sign. Like, if we were able to go out there and sign 5 huge players that we were all confident are going to do really well, maybe you would start to believe a little bit that we might be able to go on and do something this season. But as things stand right now, with how we looked last season and Ten Hag at the club and, changes afoot at the football club as well, not just in terms of the playing staff, but obviously the backroom staff, Rennie Hackey or Rennie Hake or whatever his name is, coming in the coaching, to do a coaching role, obviously, for Ten Hag as an assistant. And obviously, Ruud Van Nistelrooy could still be coming into the football club. There's going to be changes afoot at the club. There could well be some improvements made, but how big of improvements, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. Or there could be no improvements. There could be no improvements, in which case, well, it's going to be another miserable bastard season. But I think best place we could hope for would be 4th, but realistically, probably 5th or 6th, to be fair, yeah. Nice one, Cake. Thanks for being a member for 45 months, by the way. I really do appreciate you, lad. Get in there, the Cake, lad. Appreciate you, dude. People say that Dalot gives more going forwards. I don't remember Aaron Wan-Bissaka having a season with goal difference -1. Fair enough, in games. Yeah, no, I mean, in terms of Wan-Bissaka, he's done brilliantly most of the seasons that he's been here, right the way back to under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's pretty damn solid for us. I mean, in terms of assists and goals, right, Dalot does have more assists and more goals than Wan-Bissaka this season. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's only got a couple of assists. But they're different types of players. Dalot's more well-rounded going forward, and Wan-Bissaka's a defensive destroyer, so he is going to have less. And anyway, Dalot's got more assists and stuff, but he's also played like almost double the amount of games, so you would expect him to do that anyway. So yeah, I agree. I think also you just need 2 different types of defenders for different types of games and different types of opposition. It makes sense. Mark, I'm doubtful, my gut feeling says no, but you never know. This is why I think we'll probably not spend a huge amount this summer, because there's a chance that Ten Hag might not be here long term. If he's doing really well by January and we're top of the league, then they'll probably spunk loads of money in January and sign players, because Ineos are going to want to shape the side. But in all fairness, like from Ineos' point of view, they've only really kept Ten Hag because there's not anybody else that's really available managerially, and the manager market's a bit gash, and he won the FA Cup. If he didn't win the FA Cup, he'd have been sacked off straight away anyway, regardless. So he's just kept his job. So would you spend 200-300 million on a manager who's just kept his job and you're not 100% convinced it will be here long term? No, you wouldn't. You're just going to let him spend the bare minimum and try and develop youth and maybe do a bit of wheeler dealing business, trying to sell players and sign players. So I get it, to be honest. I don't think we are going to see a huge summer of huge spending, to be honest. 9th place. Hi, Rajat. What's going on, lad? 7th, 4th, 3rd or 4th, 2nd, says Callum. Go on, Callum, lad. Optimistic, lad. Marky Coffin says 1st. Gaz says 8th again. 4th or 5th. Believe. 3rd, 4th or 5th. 4th. Yeah, fair enough. So most of us think about 4th, 5th, 6th is quite realistic for this Man United side. And I think that's fair, guys, with how we've looked and who we've got in our squad. And we have got much weaker squads than the likes of City and Arsenal right now, which is sad to say, but it's true. Okay, so let me just cover the main story very quickly, and then I'm going to get into the live chat. I can't stick on here too long tonight because I've got to go get Mrs. P from the airport. But once again, smash that like button on it. Give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can give us a share around on social media if you want to repost this show and help us get a couple more views. You can repost it on Twitter there. There's the link right there. Big up yourselves, everyone who's in here. Subscribe. Tell your granny about it. Get involved. Right, so very quickly, guys, if you missed it at the start of the show, Man United are considering Matthijs de Ligt from Bayern Munich. No club talks yet. or certainty that the move happens, but FC Bayern centre-back is an increasingly viable option for Manchester United, independent of the ongoing Jared Branthwaite interest. So that's from David Ornstein, very reputable source, and obviously it does seem like we would be interested in him. We talked about this a week or two ago. It's a no-brainer we'd be interested in him. It's just about for how much and is it feasible, and also, is he interested in us? That's a big factor as well. We're a Europa League team right now. We finished 8th in the last season. I think it helps that we've got Erik Ten Hag at the club and we've got some, Dutch friends. Like it does obviously help. But it's not the be-all and end-all. Like, it does depend on what the player wants. It's understood that he'd be interested in joining Manchester United if the deal was right. But it's not 100% clear at this moment. We'll have to wait and see for more to pan out. There's going to have to be negotiations with United and his team, obviously. There's going to have to be negotiations between the clubs to see if we can even reach an agreement in terms of monetary value. So that's the problem there. There's still a lot to be done in this scenario. But, 50 million, 45 million, if they're prepared to play ball at that amount, he's probably the best option for us at centre-back. Just because he comes with experience, that Dutch technical side of the game as well, coming from the Ajax Academy, experience winning things in Holland, Italy and Germany, which we need more players with experience winning. We need winners in this side. We don't have enough of them. We need some characters. He doesn't solve all the problems at the back there, but I think he's a much better prospect than the likes of Slabby Maguire for us. For a start, he's 24, not 31. For a start, he's not got a ridiculous slab on him. He has got a bit of a slab, but not a ridiculous slab on him. Secondly, he's also a great reader of the game. Like, he's not the quickest player. That's going to put some people off. But I've always said, if you're quicker in your head than you are on your feet, that can make up for it big time. If you can read the game well, positionally, etc., which I think he really does. Plus, he's a great distributor and plays out well from the back. Maguire is a good ball player, and he's good at clearing the ball away with his big slab, but he's a step behind in the brain department when it comes to quickness of reading the game. So that doesn't help him at all. That's the problem there. He just exposes us too much. Whereas I think De Ligt, even though he's not lightning or anything, he's a big unit. He clears the ball away well. He's great, comfortable playing out from the back on the ball, and he also reads the game a lot better. Positionally, he's a lot better, if you ask me. Only time would tell, really, how he would do in the Premier League, but I think he would be a much better option than Slabo anyway. So it would be a big improvement there, big upgrade. And we wouldn't be done there either, guys. The understanding is we wouldn't be done there. The idea is we try and sell players like Sancho, Greenwood, etc., maybe even Maguire if he's prepared to go, which he probably isn't, because he's probably just content to sit it out for a year, collect massive money and go and sign on a free transfer somewhere else next summer. But if we could get rid of him, maybe swap him, maybe give them 40 million, 30 million and Slabby, maybe they would be interested in a Dyer Maguire combo or something, who knows? Then there could be a deal to be done there, guys. So that's the big story. Let's get into the live chat anyway about anything we've discussed, guys. Obviously the price tags could be a stumbling block. 60 million is understood what Bayern want. We'd be looking to pay a lot less. There's also updates on Zirkzee, and that there's we've been informed of a 40 million euro release clause, which we could trigger in order to bring in Joshua Zirkzee. So that looks like it could be a go, but there's other teams that are interested in him as well. Greenwood, a target for Marseille now, as well as various other Italian football clubs in Italy. And also, Reddy Hecke confirms that he's set to sign for Manchester United as new assistant coach. He's leaving Go Ahead Eagles to join Man United coaching staff, as well as Ruud Van Nistelrooy. Exclusive story confirmed. So big changes in the backroom staff at Manchester United taking place could hopefully spell some good positive change for United. Let's get into the chat, guys. Get your thoughts and opinions in then. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes here. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, get involved in the chat. Yeah, Ugarte's another one as well, Osman. Absolutely. Ugarte's another player that United are looking at right now. Great defensive midfield destroyer, great tackler, great young prospect as well. So, if we could get those players, if we could get Branthwaite, De Ligt, Zirkzee, Ugarte, that would be a great start, wouldn't it? That would be a decent window, even just those 4 players. We'd like to see more, but that would be a decent start, that. Yeah, good shout. And they're all the sort of right players as well in terms of age and potential. Even De Ligt, even though he seems like he should be 27 with how long he's been around and his experience in the game, he's actually only 24. So you're signing the right sorts of players. Zirkzee 23, Branthwaite 21. You're signing the right sorts of players to grow and develop over the coming seasons into being real top players. That's the idea. Yes, so Evans has signed a new deal, Simon. Yeah, he's here for another year, mate. So that's another reason why maybe we could see Maguire or Lindelof sacked off this summer. If we do bring in Branthwaite and De Ligt, then we've got to get rid of one of those melts as a minimum. We've got Evans around as a backup still, remember? Yeah, Maguire's took too many hits to the slab. Play Malacia for centre-back. That's a ridiculously gash idea, Rajat, to be honest with you, mate. He's like 5'6" or something. Secondly, he's always injured. You know, he's not the most physical of players in that regard. I mean, you're just absolutely stupid, aren't you, Rajat, lad? Same old players, says Super Fat Frank. Yes. Pig, how old was you on the match England versus Iceland looked years ago? What year was that again? 2016, was it? Yeah, dunno, mate. 8 years younger than I am now, mate. Put it that way anyway. 28 or something. Yeah. How about someone like Martin Zubimendi for CM Pig? It's interesting you should say that, Raza. I haven't heard any links whatsoever for Manchester United with that player, but, you know, interesting take. I mean, look, there's loads of players that I would like to see come in for CM, you know. We talked about Palhinha. There's this Ugarte who's could be really good in a double pivot long-term, future-wise with Mainu, for instance. Yeah, that one I haven't heard any sort of links to be fair. G-Wolf, yes, lad, you want Musiala? Yeah, me too, mate. Musiala would be stunning, wouldn't it? Again, that's not going to happen because of just where we're at right now. We'd have to be competing for Champions Leagues, winning trophies, or not just the FA Cup, but actually competing for Premier Leagues and stuff to be able to really sort of tempt a player of that calibre and that quality, unfortunately. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, so I was 28 there, guys. 28. Yep, It's Sunny says, get rid of Maguire. We need a German player. Yep, swap him in the other direction, mate. They like a gash English defender, don't they, over there? Pig's videos about Moyes were so funny. Thank you, Gaz Elliott. Oh, Rajat, now you're talking. Xavi Simons, lad, now you're talking. If we could sign him, I genuinely would be massively just over the moon. I think he's absolute class. Now, he is absolute class. Potential generational talent, to be fair, you know. But, no, that's not going to happen, though. That would be amazing, though. But it's not going to happen, mate. What the hell is this all about, lad? Tomu Cow, thank you for the £10 super chat here. You what? Thank you very much for your super chat. He says, Soz for Ran bite. I urge yous not to buy leather from He brand. They are skinned alive and drowned in over brutal ways for keeping their skin intact. British leather come from quick bolt head to head by British. You know, I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there, bro. I can only assume that was genuinely written by an actual cow. Do you know what I mean? There's actually a cow with internet access out there somewhere who's currently hooked up to a milking machine who's going ham with their hooves on a fucking keyboard. That's the only thing I can really fathom, mate. That this is genuinely a real cow who doesn't want their hide to end up as leather on your shoes. Do you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, lad. Let me speak to you in your language here, my son. Moo. You what? Thank you very much for the £10 tip, though, but I don't have a clue what you're talking about there, lad. The Cake Cadet, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. Says your camera was better in 2016 too, Pig. Maybe it was, actually, in all fairness. I did used to use like a DSLR camera. It's an old DSLR camera, but maybe it is better than this shite, actually. I don't know. Hey, look, you know what, Cake Cadet? I'll have a little tweak around with the settings. I don't think it looks that bad. You're telling me it's shite. Fair enough. I'll look into it. I'll definitely try and improve it for the next sort of streams or whatever. And maybe I'll try and upgrade it very, very soon, you know. So we'll just, you know, watch this space there, Cake Cadet. I'm all about constantly trying to make improvements wherever I can, lad. So I'll have a look into it, you know. Am I gaming tonight? I'm not gaming tonight, Sambo, sadly, because I've got to pick Mrs. P up from the airport in about an hour or so. And it'd just be way too late by the time I get back. Literally, her flight's landed at the most annoying time possible for Friday night streaming. So there you go. Oh, nice, Aaron. We got 7 reposts so far. Thanks, everyone. I'll shout everyone out in a minute. Everyone who's given us a cheeky little repost. So he's the manager of Go Ahead Eagles, all Dutch friend vibes from the Dutch league. And it's quite interesting because obviously he's a first team coach, but now he's going to be essentially going in to be Ten Hag's assistant. So it's basically just like, more depth, I guess, more ideas for Manchester United's coaching staff, more input. It's quite interesting. We'll see what goes on in terms of delegation from Erik Ten Hag. Maybe there's also an element of planning for the future going on there if Ten Hag doesn't last out too long. I don't know. But, Ruud Van Nistelrooy's also got managerial experience firsthand at PSV. So it's like, well, quite interesting that we're going to get managers who actually manage first teams, like actually manage the head coaches of teams. Quite interesting, really, to come in and just give us like depth in those coaching roles. Very interesting. Obviously, Benny McCarthy left, so maybe Ruud Van Nistelrooy is just coming in to be a full-on striking coach. But, yeah, interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. You're trying to say buy British leather. Okay, well, that's good. Nobody likes animal abuse there, Tomu Cow. I respect that, lad. Yeah, you're off your knot on alcohol and Zopper cologne. Just spreading misinfo. Right, yeah, that's what it seems like. Thank you, though, Tomu, for the tenner, lad. Who's your money on for winning the Euros? Probably Spain at this moment in time. Thank you, Emily. Says, hi, Piggy, nice shirt, love it. Thank you so much there, Emily. I appreciate that. Come on, let's be having you. Right, I'm going to read a few more comments. I'm going to have to wrap it up, but we're 1 like away, guys, from 100 likes. Everyone smash that like button on it. Who's going to be number 100? We're 1 like away from 100. Just a short stream for me tonight, Friday night. Got to go and get Mrs. P shortly, and yeah. Ten Hag will be under severe pressure this season. Oh, he will. He will. He's got the chance to turn it around, though. If it's not down to injuries, maybe he can do that. If he signs a few decent players, maybe the squad will be considerably better, mentality-wise as well. Like, he's got a chance to turn it around. He could turn it around. I still think he'll probably melt, but he could turn it around, Another season with Ten Hag's got me depressed. Let's see how he does for the first few months. But I agree with you. It is quite depressing based on the sort of football we saw the whole of last season. If it's more of that shite, then, oh my God, we're in for a painful time. But he did win a trophy, and there was a lot of injuries. Let's see if it's down to certain players being shite and down to injuries. My gut feeling is that not much will change, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope we see a totally different mentality, totally different team, and totally different level of performance by Ten Hag United this season. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to change a lot, because if he doesn't, then his days are numbered in the job, really. It probably won't last much beyond Christmas if we're continuing as we were last season. Get in there, we did it. Baby, we did it. Thank you so much. She's currently on a plane, Emily, right now. She's on a plane. Deutschland win in 2024. Could be. Yeah, Ten Hag's a mint manager, but there's an issue with a team. Yeah, it could be an issue with a team, couldn't it, Arendon, that lad? Like, that's it. There's a lot of players in the team who are a bit shite. But then also his style of coaching and his decisions last season were pretty suspect. I mean, Anthony played 29 times in the Premier League, got 1 goal, 1 assist. Should he have continued to keep getting selected over and over and over again, or should he have given chances to other players much sooner? He eventually did lose faith in Anthony and give others opportunities, Amad Diallo towards the end of the season. But could he have done that sooner? Should he have done that sooner? Should he have just kept playing Rashford, even though he looked like he was so very lazy and didn't even turn up to training, went out on the piss, and then started the next game? Should he have done stuff like that? I mean, I'm disappointed with some of the decisions in terms of man management that he made throughout the season. That's a problem for us. And then just the tactics were fucking awful, lad. So that also makes a big difference. Obviously, player-wise, personnel-wise, is going to make a huge difference also. If you've got players who are real battlers and are quality players, that's going to be half the job done for you. So yes, we do need better players. We do need a better squad. But there was problems with his actual management as well. You can't argue with that, really. Nice one, Pete Garrity says, loving the show, the Irish. Get in there, Pete Garrity. Thank you so much, my son. Now wrong with the camera. Thank you, Simon Warner. K Cadet, you actually being serious, lad, or you just taking the best, mate? That's what I mean. You got me questioning it, bro. Ten Hag will be gone by November, possibly Kevin Kilban. I would not be surprised in the slightest. If we start the way he continued this season, just gone, then yeah, quite possibly. Fair play to you, Tomu Cow. I respect that, lad. Oh, it's better for the environment as well, lad, 100%. Keanu, at the moment, there's not too much on Amrabat. It's expected that we probably will exercise the clause to make it a permanent move. That's what's expected right now, yeah. But it's nothing written in stone at the moment. Right, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this stream up, but thank you so much to everybody that's got in here tonight. Come back after this video is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in about De Ligt and Ugarte and Zirkzee and anything else we discussed. Branthwaite. Come back after this, get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section. Thank you for watching this cheeky little random stream. We will be getting back on the United news more and more over the coming days as there's less and less Euro games, but we are still covering all the Euro games, 2 tomorrow, of course, 2 on Sunday. So come and join us for tomorrow's watch-alongs for the European Championships, guys, 2024. Oh, yes, we're going to be watching all the games. For me, it looks bad. I've got you on my phone. Hey, have you, maybe you should click the dots in the top right-hand corner, though, and try and set it to 1080p. Have you already done that, Kate Cadet? Because knowing you, because you're currently siphoning your internet from the public library on the corner, you know, you probably only can get 144p. Either that or because you're using your Gash Alcatel phone that you bought from Argos in the summer of 2014. You know, you haven't upgraded past Android 6.0, mate, and it's just an absolute fucking gash bag of a device. You know, hence why you couldn't get a game with me online, trying to play online darts, because you're using some fucking muggy device from fucking the last fucking century, lad. Yeah? Anyway. I'm just joking, mate. I'm just joking. Anyway. Okay then, well, I don't know. Thank you, Luan. I appreciate you, Luan France, you legendess. Let's be having you. Right, guys, lots of love. Hi and bye to you, Luan. Yes, Gaz Elliott, nice one. Gregory Burke, nice one. All the legends of the channel. Big up the members, big up the mods. Just a little cheeky bonus stream for you here, guys, giving a little rundown of the transfer latest. That's it. Come on then, United. Go and sign De Ligt. Go and sign Branthwaite. Let's get a cheeky bit of Zirkzee action and Ugarte. I'm up for it. I'm up for these young bucks to come and make this team better, you know. Let's be having you. Right, cheers, Keanu. Thank you, Rajak, Connor, Sith Lord as well. Yes, come on the Euros, lad. Yeah, she's all good, Colin. I'm going to pick her up shortly. Luan, Malps as well. Mr. Leo G, Kate Cadet, MT. oh, Samsung friend. Oh, check you out, lad. Oh, flexing in the live chat there. No, big up. Okay, I'll look into it anyway. Hey, nice one, Luke. See you, legend. Have a good one. And everybody else, all the members, all the mods, MT, Simon, everybody, thanks for getting in here. Appreciate you all. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Sadly, there will be no gaming stream tonight because I've got to get Mrs. P from the airport. But we'll get back at it very soon in regards to late night streams with the gaming stuff on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. And also follow us on Flying Pig Darts as well for upcoming dart stream, guys. Nice one. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Come back after. Get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section. Smash a like, smash a subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Euro games, guys, for the watch-alongs. See you then. That's it from me. Catch you in a bit. Come back and keep the debate going in the community chat, and I'll see you shortly. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. Yo, guys, don't go anywhere, actually. Are you still here, guys? I forgot I wanted to just tell you about a new short that we've got on the channel. My bad. Everyone, go over to this short. I've messed it up, so I'll have to give everybody another chance to enter. But there's another cheeky little t-shirt giveaway competition going on for everybody who goes and comments on this short right here, guys. There's a new short today. It's just a rant highlights, rant of the week type thing. Sometimes we upload little rants of the week from the season just gone by. Ghost FC rant of the week. Go and show some love. Go smash a like on it. Go smash a comment on it. Everybody who comments in the next 10 minutes will be entered into the giveaway. I'll also do another shout out for this short and get people to enter to the next one as well, just because probably most people have already gone and I've gashed it up, haven't I? But there's the link right there, guys. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. Go and smash a like and a comment and give that a watch, and you will be entered into the next t-shirt giveaway. Thanks for watching, guys. Piggy loves you. Bye, guys.